Hi and welcome to Stealth Security. In today's video, we're going to look at how to discover hidden subdomains as an ethical hacker. So subdomains help us get the full picture of a web application. And these subdomains are a very essential part of a website's infrastructure. They can provide additional functionalities like APIs, admin panels, or even staging environments. So as an ethical hacker, discovering subdomains is very critical because this helps us to understand the complete surface, the attack surface of a target. Subdomains may not be well protected like the main domain, so they can be a great entry point for security auditing or even for bug bounty. So in today's video, I'll walk you through how to find these subdomains using multiple methods. We will use Tesla.com as our example because Tesla is part of bug bounty programs, so we have permission to scan it for subdomains. If you're doing this in another web application, please make sure you have the permission to do it. Let's start with cert.sh. Cert.sh is one of the easiest ways to check for subdomains. This website keeps an entry of all the SSL or TLS certificates issued for a domain and subdomains. So the HTTPS that you see in every website is because it has an SSL certificate, and cert.sh will keep a record of that. It's not always accurate or very recent, but you should get a reasonably good picture of the number of subdomains that a domain has using cert.sh. So let's search for Tesla.com as the query. We'll add %.tesla.com. So this percentage acts as a wildcard to match all the subdomains. Now let's look at the results. Great, we can see a lot of interesting subdomains. These subdomains can belong to different parts of Tesla's network. For example, shop.tesla.com is likely their online store. Let's go check it out. Then we have api.tesla.com. It can host the API interfaces. And there are many subdomains which might not work as well because they might have been expired or they might be part of an internal network. But you get the picture. We can get almost all of the subdomains that belong to a website using this method. And using cert.sh is passive, meaning it doesn't interact with the target at all. So you're free to search for any website using cert.sh. Great. Now let's look at the second method, which is Sublister. Sublister is an open source tool to help automate finding these subdomains. It's very helpful in security assessments and general recon, and to find subdomains which might not be present in cert.sh because it might not have an SSL or TLS certificate. So what Sublister does is it uses multiple search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo and find the subdomains which are listed in these search queries. Sublister's command line interface is very simple to use. You give it a domain and it goes to work. Sublister is not pre-installed on Golly, so let's go ahead and install it. We'll copy the command, git clone. Yeah, it's downloaded. Let's cd into Sublister and install the requirements. I'll do a pip install requirements.txt. Great, now we are ready to use. So Sublister is a Python package. So we'll use sublister.py along with Python. Let me type the command, Python sublister.py, and the domain flag is -d tesla.com. Let's wait for a few seconds. You can see that Sublister has started listing the discovered subdomains. Great, you can see that it has found more than 350 subdomains. So as you can see, Sublister is a very powerful tool to quickly discover subdomains without actually scanning the target. All these subdomains discovered are from publicly available sources. Next is Google docking. If you don't know, Google docking refers to the practice of using some special search queries on Google. These operators can help find hidden information, sensitive data, and information that is not usually returned in search results. And some of the common operators that we use are cite, in URL, file type, in title. There are many other operators. They've recently written an article on Google docking, so you can find the link for it in the description below. Let's use the cite operator and search for the subdomains of Tesla. So I'll say cite:*star.tesla.com. This query searches for the subdomain of tesla.com and shows us the results. As you can see, we have found a couple of subdomains. Now let's dig deeper. Let's see if we can combine the cite operator along with in URL operator, which is basically the keyword to ask Google to search for a particular keyword within a URL. So let's try admin as the in URL keyword. So cite tesla.com, and in URL will be admin. You can see that the search result will display all the URLs or the subdomains that has the word admin in it. Interesting. So by using these operators, you can filter the search results to find specific file types, directories, or even very private information that may be unintentionally exposed on the internet. So what if the subdomains of a target are not listed anywhere on the internet? Then we fuss for it. Fussing is simply brute forcing potential subdomain names by trying combinations from a word list. A word list is simply a list of words we will use along with a fuzzing tool to see if a subdomain exists. For example, subdomain word list can contain words like FTP, root, admin, portal, API, shop, all these words. And there are tools like GoBuster and FF, and they can use this word list and simply ping the target to see if these subdomains exist. You can find the link for a sample subdomain word list in the description below. For this example, we will use GoBuster. GoBuster is a fast brute force tool for discovering hidden URLs, files, and directories within websites. FF is also another great fuzzer, but GoBuster is faster and more flexible. GoBuster comes pre-installed in Kali, so let's simply run the following command. We'll say GoBuster DNS. We're looking for subdomains, so we use the keyword DNS. We need to give it the domain, which is -d tesla.com, and the word list. You can find a word list within your Kali Linux installation called Subdomains Top Million. This is the path for it. Great, let's run this. As you can see, GoBuster starts to show all the valid subdomains that it has found. So GoBuster has the ability to discover subdomains which might not be available publicly. So this is a very important step if you are looking for subdomains for a website. You should use both the methods, one which searches for public sources and the other one that fuzzes the domain to see if there are any other subdomains which are not listed on the internet. There are also other methods for subdomain discovery like DNS zone transfers. There are online tools like security trails, and you can also inspect the JavaScript files. You can inspect the source code of a website to see if there are any hidden subdomains. Let's quickly see tesla.com's source. We can find subdomains like digital assets. So this is another great way of trying to see if there are any subdomains within a website. If you want to practice these subdomain discovery techniques through a hands-on lab, you can join us at the Hackers Hub. We have a lab for subdomain discovery where you can try out all these commands, you can answer some questions, you can learn subdomain discovery by doing. So if you're more interested in learning about these techniques, join us at the Hackers Hub. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments. Cheers.